Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to the Toast and happy Wednesday. It is hump day, an amazing day always, but an especially great day here because I am joined by somebody who I literally bullied into coming on the show. And that's why it's fine to bully other people because I have Brooke Schofield and I wouldn't have gotten you if I didn't basically force you to. So thank you for being here.
Not true at all. I came in ready to fight you on this because here's the thing. Knowing me right now is just not a good thing because
don't say that.
No, I am ignoring every person in my life so heavy.
I love that.
I'm not even looking at my phone. I can't because it's like I just feel like if I look at it, then I have to respond.
Address it.
So I just was ignoring everything, and that unfortunately at some point included you. But
well,
I got bullied. All my friends from home literally put me in a group chat, and they were like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Well, I was coming from a place of insecurity because I literally reached out to Jake Shane, who we both know, and I was like, "Listen, please help me get Brooke on the Toast. I'm coming to LA to do a week of Toast shows," and he was like, "Sure, no problem. So easy. Put us in a group chat." And I was like, "Fuck yes." Literally a year ago, I came to LA and I did a week of episodes and I texted my friend Josh Peck and I said, "Can you please put me in a group chat with Tana Mojo? I really want her on the podcast." Put me in a group chat and you two literally did the same thing. Tana was like, "Oh fuck God. Yes, let's do it." And I was like, "Hey Tana, Turdy here. Like, let me know what day works." And she'd never answered. And I was like, "You know what? I'm not letting Brooke go." So I used my platform and I said, "Where are Brooke's home friends?" And Brooke's home friends got to you. And I just want to say shout out to the home friends.
They did. Shout out Sarah and Allie. They got me on here. And I was always going to come on. I didn't understand the sense of urgency. And now that I know that you do an episode a day, I realize that you are just really on top of your stuff, which I'm not.
I'm incredibly annoying. And I own that. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting down with Brooke Schofield. The listeners know you're coming on. They're so excited.
Yay.
You are just a marvel. Like, if I didn't like you so much, I would be jealous because you're living the dream, you know, like viral, TikTok, everything. And I need to start at the beginning because, and I did a good amount of research on you, but I really wanted to hear from you. Like, it really feels for me as a huge internet consumer, like you just blew up like a couple of months ago. What is the journey? What is the timeline?
I feel almost the opposite of that. I feel like it's been a very like slow burn, but I think that maybe just right now, like everybody else is starting to
notice,
see it. But the podcast I've had since, I think we started it in 2022.
Okay.
And that's where I started social media. I never really did social media before then. And so everything has come from that, literally.
And you host, it's a podcast, it's called Cancel with Tana Mojo, which is why I brought her up.
Yeah.
How did you two meet?
We met at a party.
Okay.
And I knew who she was, obviously, because she's a huge...
legendary.
Yeah, she's legendary. And I saw her in everyone's videos. I followed her already on Instagram. So I knew her. But we just hung out at that party. And after that, we were...
good friends for life.
Yeah.
And your podcast is really, I feel, it's so interesting. It reminds me like your dynamic. A lot of me and Jackie, who I usually host the show with, she is so different than me. And you and Tana feel so different. And I think that's why it's like a magical connection. How from the second the podcast started, people just loved it. And you guys just went on this tour and it was so major. But you guys really, like on a personality level, are not so similar, correct?
I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like in a lot of ways people think we're different. We aren't. Like people think I have it a lot more like together than her sometimes. And I'm like, I just don't think that's true. It's just the contrast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And she's a little more abrasive, like publicly. I like to do it like BTS.
And what were you doing work-wise before?
I worked at a restaurant. I actually worked right next door at Catch.
No way. Okay, so you were working at a restaurant, and then how long before you quit that job since when the podcast started blowing up?
I got fired before I ever started with the podcast. I got fired like randomly during COVID.
That's rude.
And it wasn't random at all. It was like completely my fault and I deserved it, but fired nonetheless. And I was at Tana's when I got fired. So she was like, "Oh shit, like what are we going to do?"
Right.
And then it was like almost a whole year after that we started the podcast.
Oh, really? And what did you do for that year?
Just scavenging for anything.
Yeah. Anything and everything. I love that. Well, the podcast is so good. And you went on a huge tour. And one of the most iconic things, and I know we were just talking about this prior, so if you, I happen to think a lot of the girls who listen to our show aren't familiar with some of the major moments in your career and your personal life in the last couple of years. And one of them is you dating Matt Rife.
Yeah, funny story. We actually, we weren't dating really. It was just like, well, I thought we were dating, but apparently he didn't think we were dating.
Correct. And you did this sort of like iconic slay at one of your live shows where you brought out a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
Who he was talking to at the same time. What was the context there?
Yeah, so all of us thought we were like exclusively seeing him at the same time, but we were all overlapping each other. So it was
serial
like,
killer energy.
Yeah, and we obviously found out about it. Like I found out about it long after, like when he was long gone and I hadn't talked to him in forever. But once I figured it out, I was like, this is hilarious.
No, so funny.
And we all started talking to each other. We got like super close. And then we were like, we should all go to Nashville or something.
Oh
and I was like, no. How funny would it be if I brought you to DC?
And did the girls lose their minds?
Oh, they were so excited. That's the thing. I like really did it for like the canceled listeners.
No,
it
for
was
sure.
Like, we just knew that would like, they would eat that up, especially in DC, because he was like, that's where.
And your relationship with him preceded his like kind of blowing up. Like when he had his Netflix special, you had dated before that, correct?
Yeah, he got his Netflix special like long after I
got it. And seeing, you know, what goes up must come down, like ability is a prison. He had this sort of viral moment, this, you know, amazing whatever success. And then, you know, the people really turned on him. He had this big scandal with, you know, the TikTok.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Because I am a person who like holds grudges. I have enemies and I want the worst for them at all times. Were you at a place in your life where you had healed and you wanted good things for him, or you loved to see it?
Well, the thing is, it came before I knew. So before, like when I saw him like getting canceled and stuff, I was going on canceled or on my show and being like, oh my God, no, he's so nice.
You're
like,
lying.
No, that's why I got so upset about it. Because I was like, I was defending him. I was like, that's not his character. That's not who he is. He's so sweet. He's so nice. And then girls started messaging me like, sister,
that's not true.
Wrong.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I was so embarrassed. So that's why I like really went hard about it. Because otherwise I probably would have never brought it up. But I was like, you will not have me publicly defending you looking stupid when there are other people who know that they were seeing you at the same time as me.
1,000%. So you really just found out that he had been seeing other people at the same time as you.
Yeah, which is totally fine, but don't say you're not.
Is it totally fine? I actually don't think it's fine.
No, I personally am someone who like, I'm so, you only are with me. Literally.
Obviously. No, I don't think that's even asking a lot.
I know.
The bar is so low.
You would think so, but it's hard to find, I swear.
Well, you're not from LA. Where are you from?
I'm from Arizona.
Okay. And when did you move to LA?
2018.
So for the majority of like your young adult dating life, you've been dating in LA. And I imagine that's difficult.
It's hard, but it's not harder than it was in college, you know? It's like same energy, like frat boy. Mm-hmm. A frat boy is like the same thing as like a Los Angeles.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Artist or whatever it is.
I feel like you share so much. And I think for a lot of the things you share on your podcast, you're like not wanting people to find out who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you share a lot, but I just feel like you're one of those girls that like, there is so much we don't know. Like I would seriously give my life savings to look through your DMs.
Honestly, my DMs are not exciting, and it's really sad because I want them to be. Honestly, if you're listening and you want to DM me, please do, because I read them and I respond.
Do you slide into other people's DMs like celebrities?
I really try. And I don't do it so much now because I think like if somebody were to, I don't know how I would feel about like a guy sliding in my DMs. I'd be like, oh, you must do that often. Yeah, so I don't want a guy to think I'm just doing that.
But I feel like it's a thing a lot of people, like a lot of girls like to do. And I think there's a method to it. I've never done it. I've been married for 100 years. But I think that there's like a correct way of doing it. Do you have tips for like the girlies? If you want to DM a celebrity, like what's a way to get their attention? Because there's a lot of people like get in line.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not that successful in it, so it's hard to give advice. But I always just say like hi or something. Because if I go like crazier than that, then I get embarrassed because I'm like I don't want them to think I'm
totally
desperate. But I am.
And by the way, I'm so open to desperation. I think it's so. I feel like if we were businesswomen at a conference, they would just call us networkers.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Thirsty.
You know what? Oh, Sabrina Carpenter's new song. She says like I don't relate to desperation. I'm like I do relate.
I wish I didn't. I desperately do.
It's the worst. It's my least favorite quality about myself.
So when you brought those girlies on stage, you had so many viral moments from your tour, which is so, ideal marketing wise. This is a business. We're selling tickets. The bringing of girls onto the stage. And I actually had spoken about this on The Toast because you had like some fucking freak like storm the stage.
Yeah, we actually had a few.
Yeah, tell me about that.
There was one who really made it on stage. Like most of them got stopped before they were even like really visible to everybody else. But
right.
One of them got all the way like into my lap before anyone even noticed.
And the video went so viral, one, because it's so crazy.
It was just strange. She was like deranged. She wasn't drunk.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's not.
No, of course not.
That's
literally frightening.
If she had been drunk, it'd be like, oh, like hilarious. Like she was so blacked out. Right. But she was dead sober. She was in a manic episode, which makes it like way.
God, that's like so sad and scary.
And like I have obviously sympathy for her, but also.
But your safety is your safety.
Also, who was she with, and why didn't they wrangle her?
Oh my God. Well, the moment went so viral, obviously because it's a crazy thing, but the way you and Tana both reacted on stage was completely different, like polar opposite reactions. And I think it really reflected how certain people, there are two ways of handling like a panic situation: freezing and fleeing. Tana ran and you didn't move.
She ran, but honest to God, here's the difference. The real difference is that I was drunk and she wasn't. So I was literally like, oh, who's this? Like, I thought someone was bringing me a water bottle or something.
Yeah.
She's in all black. She like was middle-aged. So I was like, she's not a fan.
Harmless. She's harmless.
Like, she thought she like worked for the venue or something, or they were like bringing something up to us. I don't know what I thought, but I did not think she was going to kill me. But
and by the way, when you guys go on tour, do you make it a point to, is it helpful to you to drink before you perform or to not drink?
I have to. Well, I don't have to. Of course I don't have to, but it really helps me, and I still get so nervous.
Do you?
If I don't.
Yeah.
And I just like, personality wise, I just feel like I'm it takes the edge off, and I'm more exciting and I'm funnier. Or maybe I just think I'm funnier, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So the Matt Rife thing was like sort of, for me, I feel like that's how you came across my radar. And I was like, oh my God, this girl is so pretty and so cool. Like, need to follow her. And I feel like that's when I followed you because it was such an iconic thing to do. And I think a lot of people also, it's just like a lesson in how to handle things. That's like, you know, finding out a guy you dated was talking to multiple girls and like dating them at the same time. Like that could seriously like upset someone. And the fact that you made it into this like positive thing, I actually think was like an awesome way for like people to see that. Like for other girls, like don't get like down on it. Like let's make fun of it. It's crazy and it's funny.
Yeah, and it is lighthearted. I feel like a lot of people are like, she beat it into the ground, and I do kind of agree with that. But it's like, you know what? There's so many times it's happened to me separately, and I would never talk about it online. But it was just the fact that I was publicly
you had to do it.
Defending him. I was like, no.
But I feel like you're this type of person, and correct me if I'm wrong, where bizarre things happen to you.
Yeah.
You don't seek out these crazy things. And the stories that we know, which I'm sure that you haven't shared all of them, the ones that we know are fucking crazy.
Yeah. And well, the thing is, I'm the common denominator in all of those situations. So it's like, what am I doing to seek these people out?
That's very self-aware of you. But like, I also feel like we're victim blaming here. Like you are the victim. And then when I went on this rabbit hole, when I first found you on TikTok, I then fell into the Clinton Kane of it all.
Ugh. Yeah, he's a lizard.
And let me tell you, I was shocked, honey. I was in tears. First of all, that you dated this man, just visually. Not to be mean.
I would know. You can be as mean as you want about that man. He was horrible.
And you're such a classic, timeless beauty.
Well, thank you.
And, you know, he's different looking. And I was shocked, first of all, on a visual. I'm a shallow person.
Well, but here's the thing. If he had been like a good guy, I would be so like... I do not care if somebody's ugly, and I've had plenty of uglies to go around. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know, so long as they're
nice,
good and nice,
that's
I would
what Jackie
never say a word.
Say a lot. Like people's outsides are reflective of their insides, and so like you could be whatever traditionally not good looking, but if you're like such a sweetheart, precious gem of a man, like you're hot to me.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of thought was going on until I found out otherwise.
So I don't want to paraphrase, please, for the listeners who might not understand, is this the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
I hope, yeah. Oh yeah.
I hope so, yeah.
So yeah, I was dating this guy. I had started dating him. I was a fan of his. He was a singer.
He's a singer.
Sings like love songs, like people's wedding songs and stuff like that. And I started dating him almost immediately. Major love bombing situation. He was like immediately super affectionate, like buying me things, doing everything.
Oh, anything good?
I mean, trips and just like stuff like that. He was definitely a spender. Like I loved that. Nice dinners and stuff. And he was just like, you know, he was so nice. He was a love bomber. And I love love bombing. That's one thing about me is please love bomb me.
Oh, interesting.
I love it. And so, yeah, I got carried away. And honest to God, I wasn't interested in the beginning, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose the nice guy this one time. Like, I'm going to go for the guy who actually likes me and wants to date me. So I did. And you know what happened? He faked the death of his entire family and he pretended to be Australian in our relationship. So that's why you don't choose the nice guy. Always choose the one who wants you dead.
But wait, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
So when you met him, it was just like a part of his background. Like,
yeah, we like first night we ever met, we like went out to this diner and he like cried to me about how his family had all died.
Oh my.
And I was like blown away. I'm like, I cannot believe he's been through all of this and he's like touring a year later. Like that's so amazing.
Strong. So
I know.
strong.
I was like, God, like talk about resilience.
Oh my God, I'm cracking up.
And just it was such a theme of our relationship. Like every single thing like came back to that. Like if I would upset him or if I was doing something he didn't like, he'd be like, you're reminding me of my mother.
Oh my God, that's really fucking crazy.
If I hung up the phone too fast, he'd be like, my mom used to do that. It's so traumatizing for me. It's such a trigger. Like she's alive. Like call her.
Oh, that's mentally ill energy. That's so
it
crazy.
Was so bad. Or I'd be like busy working or whatever it was, and he'd be like, are you kidding me? You know what I've been through, like, and you're not going to come meet me right now? Like have me drop what I was doing. Like it was so manipulative and it wasn't real. Like they are just fully kicking.
And I don't know if you get backlash for like sharing, but I love that you did, especially like with this specific situation, like naming names.
Well, it took so long. I didn't want to talk about it for so long because I still like,
It's a person you loved.
Yeah, that, and it's like you have to assume something's very, very wrong with somebody if they're capable of doing that. And so I was like, from like the mental illness side of it, I was like, oh my God, he needs to get help. And like, I didn't want his career to be ruined and stuff. But like, the further I got away from it, I was like, oh my God, like that was a horrible thing he did to me.
That's what I love about your podcast and you specifically is like, you know, every now and then I feel like everyone on the internet is like always talking in code. Like, I met a girl. Just fucking say it. Fucking say it. And with the Clinton Kane thing, like it was such a seriously like psychotic thing to do. And in the words of Taylor Swift, like you are what you did. And people should know because he's going to have to, you know, date more people. And it's just a quick Google is so helpful.
Well, that's crazy. You know, he had dated a girl before me and I'm the one who ended up telling her. And so, no, listen to how crazy this is. Oh my God. She was like, I Guess I'm in Love is about her. Like that's his biggest song. She was with him for like 9 months or something, but he killed his family off while they were together.
Oh, he killed his family off.
So like that story came about when they were actively in a relationship. So she flew, they were long distance. She flew from New York and stayed with him for months.
Wait, did she go to a funeral?
While he grieved. Oh, it was during COVID. He went to the funerals on Zoom.
Okay, your whole family dies. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's COVID. Like, you're going to the funeral.
Oh, you can find video footage of him everywhere talking about the funeral, what it's like, what he did, how he felt. And what funeral?
Wait, no, this is so crazy that you ended up telling the previous girlfriend that she hadn't even known that.
No, she had not a clue. I told her and she was crushed because it's like she helped him grieve.
Of course.
And it was like, oh God, it had to have been worse for her because she literally flew to be with him for months. And like he literally actively was like, my mom died yesterday.
Oh my God, where does one get that kind of idea? Like it's so crazy.
Well, I think because he had a song that like did really well and he said it was about his mom and that like made everybody love it. Oh, you know so I think then he was like, oh, I should kill her.
Oh my God, by the way, the price of fame. You're so right.
But like
you get
for
a little bit of attention.
Nobody even cares about you.
No, that's really fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
also,
God.
It's like, if you look up anything, it's like Australian, Norwegian singer. Like no one's from Norway. No one's from Australia.
I'm glad you brought up Australia. How did he talk?
He had like some remnants of an Australian accent, but he also like he went in and out of it, but he would tell me like, oh, I lived in, you know, Europe and I lived like all these places.
Okay, so it's giving to rate.
Like, I know, but yeah. So I was like just confused. I'm like, well, he's got something.
Right. Oh my God. That is so crazy. Are you okay?
It took me a second.
Did it?
Oh, it took me. Oh God.
Now it's like funny,
I like
whatever.
Joke about it now,
yeah.
and like I can be lighthearted and like joke about him being a lizard and stuff. But I was like, not okay.
No, that's really crazy. How long had you guys dated?
Not even long. We dated like 7 months or something. But I felt like my boyfriend died, so
of
I like
course.
grieved this imaginary.
You should start telling people your boyfriend died.
Oh, yeah, he's
very
dead.
Clinton Kane of you.
My Australian boyfriend is dead.
Wait, and so that was the reason you broke up. Did you have a conversation with him? What was his sort of reasoning for killing his family?
Oh, he still won't admit it.
Oh.
No, he will not say he did that.
Oh wow. Oh.
I mean, he did in not so many words. He was like, I'm going to explain to you why. And then obviously never did.
Right.
I never saw him again.
Oh my God. If you ever ran into him, what would you say? I cursed the day you were born.
I would hit him for sure.
You would?
No doubt.
I support women's rights and I support women's wrongs. I think you should hit him.
I would hit him and everybody give me a pass.
1,000%. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. So whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place and all on your own terms. So whatever reason you might have for wanting to start a website, now is the time. And I think it can be a little bit of an intimidating thing. People thinking that, you know, they need to hire a big, special, fancy engineer. No. Squarespace has everything you can need to get your website off the ground. Whether you want to sell custom merch, create an online store, display a video collection, send out email campaigns, they have really flexible website templates that you can get started with designs for every category and use case. Then you'll customize your look, update your content, and add features to fit your unique needs. You can make any Squarespace template do what you want so your idea, your brand, and your business will stand out online, and it'll stand out on any device. They also have the tools that you need to create and sell your own online courses. Start with a professional layout that fits your brand and upload video lessons to teach techniques and skills, and tailor your course with the powerful Fluid Engine editor. Create engaging content and your audience will love. You can then add a paywall and set the price. Charge a one-time fee or sell subscriptions. Check out squarespace.com/toast. That'll give you a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, it'll also give you 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. So that's squarespace.com. Get the free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/toast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Today's episode is also brought to you by Primally Pure. We have all been there. Achy cramps, PMS pain, all the signs that your cycle has arrived. But what if we told you that your monthly flow could become a friend, not a period that you dread? Because Primally Pure has just launched their cycle soothing spray, which is expertly formulated with research-backed 2,700 milligrams of elemental magnesium per bottle. It's a miracle mineral, and it's known to ease discomfort and soothe period symptoms. Magnesium's just one of those things. Like, she is that bitch. She's working. Their exclusive aroma blend contains 9 sweet and spicy essential oils with synergistic benefits that have been used for centuries to support women's health and homeostasis. If you're craving fewer period cramps and a calmer nervous system, all you need is the cycle soothing spray from Primally Pure, period. And if you want to ditch the endocrine disrupting ingredients to help balance hormonal health for fewer period systems, Primally Pure offers a complete line of clean products from skin, body, hair, and home. I love Primally Pure products. I feel like now they're just a brand that whatever they make, I will purchase. Ever since I had such a positive experience with so many of their products, that now I just like know that they have the Primally Pure stamp of approval. If you are tired of discomfort during your monthly menstrual cycle, try the cycle smoothing spray from Primally Pure at primallypure.com/toast. That's www.primallypure.com/toast. Use code TOAST at checkout for 15% off your order. That's primallypure.com/toast. Code TOAST for 15% off your order. Today's episode is also brought to you by Hiya Health. Typically, children's vitamins are candy in disguise. They're filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy junk that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya was created, the pediatrician-approved superpowered chewable vitamin. While most children's vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, you can really attribute a lot of that to health issues. Hiya is completely different. They're made with 0 sugar, 0 gummy junk, and they taste great, perfect for the picky eater. Hiya fills the most common gaps in modern children's diet to provide the full body nourishment that kids need to get a yummy taste of what they love. So it has vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and so many others to help support immunity, energy, and brain function. Also helps with mood, helps with concentration. They are allergy-free, they are dairy-free, they are vegan, they are non-GMO, they are gelatin-free, nut-free, pretty much everything else that you can imagine. We have worked out a special deal with Hiya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim this deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/toast. This deal is not available on their regular site, so you have to go to Hiya Health, HIYAHEALTH.com/toast to get your kids the full body nourishment that they need to grow into healthy adults. Hiya is designed for kids of all ages, and the best part is that it's sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. Again, that's hiyahealth.com/toast, hiyahealth.com/TOAST to receive 50% off your first order. To claim that deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/toast. Oh my God. Okay. You're like the most interesting person in the world. Tell me about like your life growing up. And now that you have this like newfound fame and I'm sure you're making a lot of money, like how different is that from the way you grew up? Is it taking like some sort of adjustment for you?
Oh yeah. I grew up with my grandparents. I grew up with my parents until I was like 9. Mm-hmm. And then I went with my grandparents from that time on. And yeah, my life is definitely very different now. But
are your grandparents still with us?
They are. My grandma is like has really bad dementia. So she's like,
that's hard.
She's not, but she is.
She's physically here, but
yeah, it's horrible. But
and your grandfather?
My grandpa's amazing. I talk to him all the time.
And what does he make of your life?
He loves it. He's so sweet. He wrote down all of my tour dates in his notebook by hand so that he would know where he was every single night.
Did you do a show in Phoenix, right?
I haven't done a show in Phoenix, but I mean, he wouldn't be able to go if I were to do it.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. I love that.
So supportive, and he'll message me and be like, okay, well, I saw the show last night. And
Stop.
He's so nice. Oh my God, he's perfect.
That's awesome. Has Tana met your grandparents?
She hasn't, but I wish she could.
That you need to vlog it. Your vlogs vlogging is really hard.
I love vlogging. It's my favorite, I think, like social media thing. Well, I love TikTok too, but
I find vlogging like long form to be very laborious.
Yeah.
In terms of editing and uploading, I feel like it's the most work in terms of social content.
But I feel like it's the easiest way to like show your actual personality. I feel like,
yes.
I mean, podcasting helps too. Because anything long form to me is like more indicative of like who you are.
1000%. But I feel like vlogging, and your vlog specifically, it's hard to get people to watch. Like building a YouTube channel and building a YouTube presence, I feel like it's like one of the hardest platforms to build, and people love your vlogs.
Well, thank you, but I think I'm cheating. It's like I think it's just like autoplay after canceled, and I'm like,
no way, no,
I'm
don't clown on yourself. Like I think for a lot of people, you've become like a comfort, and I think also it's like the age we're currently living in YouTube. Like long gone are like the girlies who we all used to watch. Like no more. You know, Jeffrey doesn't post anymore. Emma Chamberlain, like all the girlies are gone, and I think people are looking for new comfort creators, and you are one of them.
That was kind of like my thought process too. I was like, okay, well, this is like the time because everybody who. Like there's kind of like a gap. No one wants to do YouTube right now because it's so much easier to do TikTok.
Is it weird for you to have so many people commenting on all facets of your life? I feel like a lot of your content, but also a lot of like your comments and stuff are about your dating life, but like your looks, like people, that's just the nature of the internet. Is that strange for you?
Yeah, I definitely don't love that aspect of it. Sometimes it's like, it depends on what it is, because sometimes I love it and I love the attention and stuff. Of course, if any social media personality in general like loves the attention, they're lying if they say they don't.
Live for it.
But when it's negative attention, of course, I'm like, okay, well, how do I turn it off?
Are you the type of person who like lets that stuff get to you? Like,
yes. Oh, yeah.
Like you read comments.
For sure.
Damn.
And I'm very aware of what people think about me at all times, which is like, it sucks because then I start behaving a certain way because I think I'm supposed to.
Okay, I was just doing a podcast yesterday with Jake Shane talking about this, and he was saying he was getting so like bogged down. He accidentally like read this Reddit thread about him.
No, we've been fighting about that. Him and I do Pilates
I yelled
together.
at him so hard. And I was like, because when you start changing how you act to appease critics, you've lost the plot completely.
And then people can tell you're not being yourself, and then that's a whole additional thing for them to comment on and hate on and whatever it is.
And then you'll get to a place, like I've been doing this for so long, you will get to a place where not only do you like act differently online to appease your critics, you will start to make different life choices like in your personal life because you are like always considering what people will think of you. And that is a place where you let like haters or commentary from the internet affect like your actual life, because this isn't real. Then you're in a really bad place and you need to cut it off, like seriously at the balls, like immediately. I'm such a big fan of just like fuck it, you know?
I know, it's just so much harder. Like I don't know, I'm still so new to it too. Like Tana's so good at being like, who gives a fuck? Like, but I'm so, I don't know. I feel like Jake is in the same boat. Him and I talk about it all the time because we'll be like, he talks to me about Reddit because I've notoriously like been a Reddit reader. Like,
about yourself?
Oh yeah, it was like self-harm. I was doing it for so long.
Harm.
It is, but but that's exactly what it is. And like especially somebody who's like a little off her rocker like me, it's like I'm spiraling, so obviously I'm gonna go in and read this like enormous group chat with fucking 60,000 people in it who are talking like horribly about me.
Dig the abyss. No, you have to make a conscious effort, and let me tell you, I don't look at it ever.
Well, I had to stop on tour because touring, like it's already so emotionally hard and like demanding and stuff. It's like I could not handle if I thought that like it was being received poorly, so I could not be on Reddit during that time. And now I'm like, oh my god, my life is so much better
once you're clean.
Yes, that's what it is.
It gets easier. It's like a vape. It's like a vape.
Takes is one comment on TikTok where people are like, you know what I get a lot of don't listen to the people on Reddit, and I'm like, oh fuck, what are they saying?
I wasn't going to.
Yeah, or like it's, I don't care if Reddit hates you. I'm like, fuck, they hate me. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh no, now I know, and now I gotta go check.
I see your podcast clips a lot. I know Tana vapes. Do you vape?
No.
Tell me about that decision.
Honest to God, I've tried to get into it and I can't. Really? I literally wanted to be a vapor, and I just
No, by
can't.
the way, I'm like 5 months off the vape. It's the best thing I've ever done. Quitting.
Really?
Do not start. Like seriously, it'll ruin your fucking life.
Yeah, no, I don't have like an addictive personality when it comes to like drugs, alcohol, or like any of those vices. It's like, for me, it's like food and boys.
Do you Zyn? What is up with those things? Like, I'm serious.
What
like,
is that? Is that like the no?
Yes.
Are people doing that?
Oh my god!
Are girls doing that?
Everyone is the theys, the thems, the girls, the boys, like gay, straight. Everyone.
They have to be stopped.
No, it's so bad for you. And I think it's like it's very Gen Z. The Gen Zs are over the vape. They said the vape isn't cool. We're doing Zyn.
None of it's cool.
Get in the car. We're getting mouth cancer. Seriously.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. See, no. I'm not into it.
Me neither. Also, you brought up Jake, you guys doing Pilates together. I have a question that I think seriously everyone is wondering. What the fuck is the Aloe Gym? And like, what is it? And where is it? And do you pay for it? Like, tell us everything.
It's so crazy. I wanted to get in there so bad. Like, it's basically Aloe headquarters. It's in Beverly Hills. It's like a mall. Like, you walk in there and it's like this like 7-story building, and there's like people walking around on all the aisles up. Like, it's literally like something you've never seen before. And there's just racks of brand new Aloe clothes everywhere, and like you see like Nina Dobrev walking around and you're like,
Obsessed.
it's just the craziest thing ever. And like I see so many people hating on it and I completely get it because it's like, what do you mean there's this like the exclusive gym?
No, they're
like,
hating on it because they can't get in. Like,
yeah, and
literally
so
me.
was I until they let me in.
So-
I completely get it. But
Is it a gym you pay for?
you don't pay for it, you get invited. And
Okay.
like so
Like you get invited to become a member, you get invited like once.
it's not like a membership, but basically like, so I had never been invited and I was trying to get invited so bad. I was like literally every single person I met from Aloe like headquarters I would like try to befriend. I could not get in there. Okay.
She's
and
on
I
LinkedIn.
had to be, I'm not kidding. I had to be invited as like an outsider in, or it was like a YSL Beauty had like an event there.
Okay.
And so that was like my in. So I just did my big one when I was in there. I was like chit chatting like with everybody, and I finally met the right girl, the girl who makes the list.
Oh my God, where is she?
And she's like one of my best friends now. Like I love her.
Very smart, cozying up to the boss. We
Well,
love that.
Honestly, yes, I would love her separately, but like it's so beneficial. I just love it so much because she'll text and be like, "Do you want to come in tomorrow? Like Pilates at 2 with Brett," or like. Or she'd be like,
And so do you belong to a gym now, or that has become your gym?
no, and you couldn't get me to the gym if I wasn't doing that. So it's
Right.
been like
A good thing for you.
oh yeah,
We're cutting costs. We love that.
yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, I'm so glad we cleared that up because I was wondering it. And when I told everyone that you were coming on, I asked them if there's anything they wanted me to ask you. And there were a couple of things. And the first thing is people want to know like if there's been any sort of update or movement in your relationship with Fibula. And I guess, is that a thing about you that you have a big crush on Fibula? Because you know who's
Yes.
extremely close with Fibula?
Who?
This girl.
You are?
So I could put in a good word.
Well, here's the thing: if there was any like good word that could be put in, like it's just not possible because I've
It's like
gone.
insane to me. No offense. And Fibula is like very hot and cute. Yeah, I get it. Like, it's insane to me that there's anyone on the planet that you would want to date that wouldn't want to date you back.
No, you would not believe how many of those people there are.
That's so crazy to me. You are so pretty and like so
That is
sweet.
so nice, but he think I'm crazy. But he doesn't even know that yet, so I don't really know what's going on.
Does
Fibula.
the Fibs know you have a crush on him?
Of course he does. Are you kidding me? I talk about it so openly on every single podcast I've publicly stated. One time I was sitting next to him at a dinner and I posted on my Instagram story, like, the love of my life is sitting next to me.
Okay.
And he saw it. No.
I'm podcasting with Brooke
No, stop.
Schofield right now, comma. Do you know her, question mark? I feel like you guys would be a good couple. Can I please?
You can. He already
Done.
knows.
Done. No,
He
by the way, and
knows.
that I feel like is a really good crush for you. He's so sweet. He's like a good guy.
He's so cute. I love him.
Who's your celebrity crush besides Fibula?
Matthew McConaughey. He's a little old for me.
Okay. That's like kind of a weird celebrity crush, but I have a weird one too.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
That's the most common celebrity crush ever.
Okay, are you saying current Matthew McConaughey or like failure to launch?
Any even Matthew McConaughey 30 years from now.
Okay, I mean my celebrity crush is weird too, so like I really shouldn't be judging.
It's not-
Joe
mine's not weird.
Manganiello. I just think it's like weird. I wouldn't have expected you to say that.
Is he the guy from the?
True Blood?
Oh no, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking Joe
He used to be-
Santagato.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, wait.
Santiago? Who is that?
What am I talking about?
I'm talking about the guy who was married to Sofia Vergara.
Oh, so hot, Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
That's not a weird one either. Who's telling you that's weird?
Everyone, like, it's just kind of random. He's also
They're
like
wrong.
not that
Have you
famous.
se- they should
so
know
hot.
that-
Have you ever
that
seen True
scene?
Blood?
No.
That's what like I think launched his career, and he's so handsome in it.
I love like getting attached to a character like Damon Salvatore in Vampire
100%.
Diaries. I would do anything for that
100%.
man.
Now, speaking of character, I mean, you brought it up, so I wasn't going to bring it up. But speaking of characters that we're all obsessed with, there is like a pretty substantial rumor online that you're dating like the love of all of our lives. And I just want to say,
I think you started it.
no, I fucking didn't. Are you kidding me? It was all over TikTok. Did I start it? Oh man, I'm really sorry.
No,
I saw it and I was just like, the
the
thing is, that's how I knew like you were a woman of taste, because it's really hard to see people living your dream. But if it's not going to be me, I'm glad that it was you. That should be me. And seriously, Matty McKibben, I know he has a real name. It's Bo.
Yes.
And there was a TikTok floating around that, you know, he was like on tour with you. And I think a lot of people thought he was like your emotional support boyfriend.
He was my emotional support friend.
Friend. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
not dating?
We're not dating.
Fuck. Okay, well that's good for us, girlies. Let's go, girls. He's avail. No, the thing is like that's such a deep cut for so many of us. Like that show.
No, he was
raised.
oh my gosh. There's like tweets of me and like
Oh, really?
2012 being like, Maddie McKibben, I will die for you.
No, I seriously, like, there was a time in my life where I would have like laid out on the street for Maddie McKibben, like, and let a car run me over.
Me too. I would have done anything.
So
now
I love
it's
that
fun.
for you.
So that's why I was just letting everybody speculate. Because one thing about me is I'm not going to shoot down a dating rumor if you're shipping me with somebody sexy.
Also, somebody famous. Like, this is a business.
Well, right now, I think there's like people talking about me dating Glenn Powell. I've never even met him. And I'm like,
it's because of the Aloe Gym.
I'm not kidding. I'm like, I absolutely am.
Interesting.
Me and Glenn.
I kind of love that. I do ship you and Glenn as well. I ship you with anyone because you're just like so lovely.
Thank you.
And I feel like there's a lot of people who come into the space and either, you know, it's a slow burn, their success, or it's overnight success, but they just become assholes. I'm sure you have a ton of experience with that too.
I for sure probably have my moments.
No, but I think for the most part, like that really comes through. And I think that's why so many people love the podcast and love your content. It's because you really seem like a joy, like a delight.
Well, thank you.
Just a girlie from Phoenix.
That's so nice.
We love.
I can be really horrible.
I think we all can. But as long as it's, you know, not documented, nobody has any
that's
reason.
what I try to do. I try to keep that
under wraps.
Again, behind the scenes.
How long do you have to be dating someone before you like really let them see like the real you? Obviously, like we're all playing a part for a couple of months.
Oh, I don't know. Depends, because I love a love bombing relationship. So I love to like literally be dating before you know anything about me.
That's so crazy.
But it never really works. That's why it never works out. And then maybe they find out I'm crazy.
What's the craziest way you've been like love bombed?
Well, definitely the Clinton situation.
The trips, the things of that nature.
Yeah. And just like he said I love you like 3 days after we met.
Oh, that's really fucking crazy.
Yeah, but I was like, he's a singer. Like,
no, and
of
it's
course
like,
he loves me. Also, why would you not love me after 3 days?
No, and it's like finally somebody gets it. Like I'm amazing. I
love
me too.
That's what I thought. I was literally like, and also it was like I thought he was like, you know, kind of punching up. So it was like,
maybe he was like trying a little bit.
Of course he loves me.
No, that's honestly so sweet. Should you take him back? No, I'm kidding.
Could you imagine? Where is he now?
Actually, ever since I like started stalking you on social media, he has now infiltrated my timeline. It's funny how the algorithm works. So I do believe he's out there shaking that thing, but
shaking something.
Not in any meaningful way. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Saks. Jackie and I have decided that we are saying yes to warm weather this year, and that means stepping up our wardrobe with the help of Saks.com. Everybody knows that Saks.com is the place to shop for anything and everything. They make it easy for us to get a jump start into spring and summer fashion trends as we're approaching the warmer seasons. Whether you're looking for new boots for Stagecoach, beachwear for St. Bart's, or new activewear for a 5K that you just slayed the house down on, yeah, that's right. They've got it all at Saks.com. Saks.com is super fun and easy to shop on with brands that we love like Staud, Loewe, Favorite Daughter. They do a great job of finding up-and-coming designers so you can hop onto new trends before everyone else, which has happened to me countless times, like Staud, Danielle Guizio, so many brands, Eero Paris, that I bought not knowing what they were, and then they became so popular, but I bought it at Saks, so I was kind of ahead of the trend. Also, shopping online is just overwhelming, especially a store like Saks has so much product. I love how they categorize, they filter. It's so easy to find. You looking for work outfits, you need work outfits that transition from day to night. Like the filtration system makes it so easy and really gets rid of that overwhelming feeling. With different curated shops like Spring Wedding Guest, It Girl Closet, Designer Shop, Date Night, Saks makes it easy for you to find exactly what you're looking for. You can find anything from a cozy vibe to a more elevated look at Saks.com. Discover new ways to shop for everything every day at Saks.com. That's SAKS.com. So much stuff coming up this summer. I feel like everyone's traveling. We've got weddings and you can't really look forward to stuff till you know what you're wearing. So place an order at Saks.com. You won't regret it. Just another thing the Toast was right about. Today's episode is also brought to you by Roback. You all know Roback. We absolutely love their women's line. The women's hoodie and jogger sets are incredible. They're so soft, can't take them off. They're incredibly comfortable, and the fabric is called V-Soft because it is V-Soft. It's very soft. Whether it's a lazy day or we're running errands, we love wearing our Roback hoodie and jogger sets. Get yourself a set and stay toasty all season. I'm in this era of my life where I'm traveling a lot. Having a Roback set with me is great for travel on planes, but also Ben makes the hotel room so cold. So like always having a pair of sweatpants or a crew neck is super, super helpful. I literally got ready in a crew neck today because it was so cold. Roback is amazing. They also make great men's stuff. And I just think wearing a set is so easy, first of all, because you look so put together. You look like you tried when we know you didn't. Roback also just restocked their active dress. It's made with their signature GTG technology, so you are able to keep your dress on when you're on the go and when you've got to go. It's super genius. Don't know how they did it. They are made with lightweight, breathable fabrics that are designed to keep you comfortable while you're on the move. If you haven't already, now is the time to try out some Roback. And use code TOAST on Roback.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all hoodies, joggers, crews, and more, only when you use code TOAST, TOAST. Stay comfortable this spring with Roback. Stay looking lit, stay looking fly, thanks to Roback. And again, code TOAST, TOAST. How many episodes a week do you guys do of your podcast?
We do usually 1 or 2.
And the title of the podcast is called Canceled. As somebody who has like actually been canceled, have you? No.
I've dipped my toes in the water.
And do you feel like
I've gotten
naming
in, like,
the
trouble
podcast
for
that
things.
attracts that energy or deters it? I feel like putting it out there, it's like, no, we can't get canceled. Our podcast is called Canceled.
Well, it kind of helps that Tana thought of that. Like when she was,
It's very
choosing
smart.
the title. It's so that when people search like Tana Mojo canceled, that's what comes up.
Oh my God, queen of SEO.
She's a genius.
That is really smart.
But yeah, I mean, people probably give us a little more grace than a lot of other people because people just expect us to be controversial.
Wild.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not anything like I could be like canceled for is kind of like maybe when I was like a teenager or whatever, which is understandable.
Agreed.
I
And
was an idiot.
you do guest episodes, but you also just do episodes, the two of you. Which do you prefer?
I love just the two of us, really. No one likes the guest episodes, really, unless it's like somebody that people really love.
That's so funny. That's like kind of a thing that I think a lot of podcasters deal with is like they say the best way, and it's true, the best way to grow your podcast is to have guests on and go on other people's podcasts. Like that's the way to grow. But your audience, like your core audience, they hate it.
Yeah, because it's like you don't want to hear an interview of somebody you don't care about or don't know.
And you don't know how to balance like that, growth with like wanting to give your audience what they want because they're the ones listening and they're the ones, paying the bills.
Yeah, so we feel guilty because it's like, well, also we run out of things to talk about, the two of us, and you must not relate to that because I can't even imagine doing as many episodes as you do. But like
the difference is my co-host normally, not this week, but normally is my sister, and I just feel like it's a different level because we've had literally had the same life experience. Like we've never run out of anything to talk about.
That's true. You don't we only have
It's
like
different.
a few years to pull from.
Exactly. But I feel like what you guys do in a few years, people do in a lifetime.
Yeah, well, we do a lot. I also it's kind of tricky too because I am trying not to share too much about my personal life and stuff, and like that's what the podcast is. So if we did more than 1 episode a week, I would be toast.
Yeah, how do you toast?
I know, I did that on purpose.
How do you balance that? Like with obviously when the more you share, the more people love. Like that whole Mindy thing, like everybody died for, but that obviously takes a toll.
Yeah.
How do you balance?
I don't know. I try to kind of keep everything separate because
you gotta live.
Yeah, and it just messes up like everything, relationships, friendships and stuff. Try to have like a whole separate life, kind of.
I heard you on a podcast where you were talking about like telling stories about your life and that you'll give like clues, like you'll say like he or she or blonde or brunette, but you're like leading people astray. Like the clues you give.
I'm fully lying.
I think that's brilliant.
I have to because it's like I want to still tell honest stories and stuff, but I don't. It's so. No matter how many times you tell people to stop, they'll go and find them and they'll message them or they'll post about it and post TikToks about it and speculate and whatever it is. So I'm like, oh, God, I want to share, but I can't.
No, that's actually really funny that you do that, and I think it's really smart.
I have to. So I'll like say like one thing about them that's just like absolutely not true.
Yeah, like a redhead.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Do you guys do advice on your podcast?
Kind of. We probably shouldn't. No one should take advice from the Canceled podcast. That's for sure. One time I told people to use a magic eraser to get their self-tanner off, and I gave people chemical burns.
Wait, I kind of feel like that would be a good idea. No?
I thought so.
Had you done it?
Uh-huh. But I guess I don't have sensitive skin.
I don't either. That's so interesting. Okay.
So at your own risk.
Well, in that vein, every Wednesday we do.
I was already getting ready to laugh about it.
We do a segment called Dear Toasters where people write in, and I've chosen 3, and they're all a little relationship based because I feel like you have a lot of experience in relationships. And if you guys want to write in, of course, it's deartoasters@gmail.com or head to thetoastpodcast.com to submit. It is completely anonymous. And if it's okay with you, I think the girlies would love to get some advice from you. Okay,
I would love to. I can't promise it's going to be good advice.
But we're also, we're different. And I think maybe it's good to have 2, different spectrums of advice.
I agree.
Hello, I am a huge toaster. I have a unique dilemma. And for context of the story, please know that I am severely allergic to peanuts. if someone eats peanuts and then like 12 hours later kisses me, I will go into anaphylactic shock. So it's very serious.
Oh no.
I recently was looking at my husband's credit card statement, something which I don't normally do, and I found something horrifying, a hotel reservation in our city when he was supposed to be gone for work. When I confronted him about it, he was embarrassed, but said every once in a couple of months he goes to a hotel, eats tubs of peanut butter, Reese's, peanut butter and jellies, etc. And he showed me a video of the peanut haul. I flew off the handles, and he said I was overreacting. Do I have the right to be furious, or am I the one overreacting?
Wait, she's just mad that he ate peanuts?
Honestly,
when he's not with her?
like, I think he kind of sounds amazing. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's
I
going
think that's
so
really,
far out of his way.
really nice of him to wait until you're. Wait, so is he out of town? Like, or
I mean, she says it's in his town, and he's spending the night.
He's having a peanut staycation.
A peanut staycation.
Oh,
But he took pictures. Like, I believe that that's what he's using the hotel for. Do you think it's more nefarious?
An alibi? He's like, wait, let me do a quick little peanut mukbang.
I mean, men really aren't that
Just in
smart
case.
to like come up with a diversion video.
But then why would you not just say, like, I'm craving peanuts. Can I please go to the W for the night?
It's, you know what? You're 100% right. It's never the crime. It's the cover up. Like, the lying about it now makes me think.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If you're really just eating peanuts, why can't you tell me about it? Because it's like, if I know that I'm allergic to peanuts and I know my boyfriend loves peanut butter, like, yeah, sure, spend the night.
Yeah, I think you are overreacting if he's telling the truth, and you can gauge, like, what does your gut say? If you think he's lying and there's more to it, then no, of course not. You're obviously not. Maybe she's mad that he's coming home, maybe not within 12 hours. Maybe she feels he's being reckless, perhaps, with the allergy.
Oh, that could be
It too, which I do understand. And people with allergies, like, do you have allergies? Like, serious? Me neither. I'm not allergic to anything, so I can't relate. But people with allergies are really, really serious. And I imagine it's very frustrating when someone, especially your life partner, is not being as serious when it comes to sort of protecting your allergies as you would want them to.
Yeah, if you can die from it.
I know. Isn't that so crazy that
That's
you can die
so
from food?
scary. Like, oh my God, I can't imagine something worse than that, especially because peanuts are everywhere.
I know.
Like,
Well,
do you
not
just
anymore.
live in fear?
Not anymore. Thanks, allergies. When I was in like when I was a young kid, and I've actually recently discovered, you see that little girl on TikTok who tries new food every day? She's like, hi, I'm living with ARFID and I am trying pepperoni pizza today.
I haven't seen her.
Okay, well, so I saw her videos and I realized that I have had ARFID my whole life. I don't know, like, I haven't been diagnosed, but it's an acute restrictive food intake disorder. When I tell you, like, you would die if you knew what I ate. Like, I'm so particular, so picky, like that of a 5-year-old. Actually, like, a 5-year-old has a more...
I was like that growing up. I wouldn't eat anything but macaroni and like pizza.
Same, I would only eat chicken. Literally, still to this day, I have chicken for every meal, like grilled chicken. That's all I eat. And where was I going with my story about ARFID? We were talking
People
about...
with allergies are super serious.
People with allergies are super serious.
It's getting better than yesterday.
Thank you, Christiana. Okay, yeah. So all I used to eat as a kid was peanut butter and jelly. And then there was this little shit in my like 3rd grade class who had like a crazy allergy, and I couldn't bring peanut butter and jelly to school anymore. No, literally. And I went through like literally taste testing all these alternatives like almond butter or whatever they had back in the day. So disgusting. Like, my life was ruined by this kid's allergy. So I understand where this girl's coming from. No, screw her. I understand where she's coming. I understand where the husband's coming from. Like, sometimes you just gotta get your fix.
I agree. I don't think I could ever. Oh my God, I couldn't be with somebody who was allergic to peanuts.
Really? That's
what
a very
would you do
hot
if like
take.
the love of your life was allergic to like chicken and you couldn't have chicken?
That's a good question, because like I need chicken to live. I have it every meal. I had it for lunch and I'll probably have it for dinner.
That's how I feel like I couldn't marry someone allergic to cats, because there's never going to be a time in my life where I don't have a cat.
Wait. What? You like cats? Oh my God, you were perfect.
Wait, were you going to tell me?
Hate, like literally would kill one if I could.
What the fuck?
I would literally kill a cat if he touched me.
Are you kidding me?
No. I think cats are like seriously the scariest, most disgusting things on the planet.
I hate you.
No. I hate you too. You can go.
Wait, what are you talking about? Maybe cats never chosen you, or maybe cats know that you're horrible.
I have dogs. Do you have dogs?
Kidding. I don't have dogs. I love dogs. I love dogs, but
you so don't give me cat energy.
I never really cared for cats. I was indifferent about cats until I had like one cat that I met that I loved so much.
And changed you.
I just was like, I have to get one tomorrow.
So you have one like at your house right now?
Yeah, her name is Murphy.
Her name is Murphy, and what is she like?
She looks exactly like Bella Hadid. She's perfect. She's hypoallergenic. And she's just like sassy. She's cuddly. She's not like...
Okay, what if you like fell in love with
cat.
a guy? He was perfect, like completely perfect, but he was like me, like hated cats. Wow, really?
It's my one non-negotiable. Like,
wow,
literally, he's
really?
gone.
Deal breaker?
Yes.
What if he's a billionaire with a B? Seriously.
Don't care.
Really?
Do not care.
But he could build your cat like its own house, its own mansion, or a wing in your own house for the cat?
Yeah, can I spend 5 days a week in it?
And you still have to like be in a relationship with the person.
No.
Oh my God, I'm in shock.
Because I want to have 7 of them.
Damn.
And I think that you haven't met the right cat, because nobody that's you can't say that.
I
that's
actually
like saying,
I haven't met a cat. Like I won't even go near one. I did.
Well, then what?
No, like seriously, I did cat yoga once. Like I was forced. Do you know what cat yoga is?
Yeah, but I can't imagine that would be even a good experience for anyone.
So
I don't even
that
think
was
I
like
would
horrifying. But even before that, I was like so afraid of cats.
Well, is it a fear?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like,
that's understandable. Cats, like a lot of cats are mean.
And
but they're
aren't
mean
they,
to people who don't like them.
Descendants of like the lion, you know, like, and that's living in your house.
That's what's so fucking amazing to me. It's like, because I was just watching like Our Planet the other day, and I'm not kidding. I was like,
love Our Planet.
I was watching this, the cheetah on there. Her name is Martini, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I have one. I have a tiny one of those in my house. Like, imagine you had a tiny elephant that you could have in your backyard.
No, that's pretty sick. I like that when you put it like that.
It's so cool, and their instincts, everything about them is the same. Also, cats. You know, they're just born knowing what to do. They know what to eat. They know to go in a litter box. Like, you don't have to do anything.
As somebody with a
puppy, she
puppy,
cleans herself. She goes to the bathroom herself.
That's huge.
I don't have to take her out. It's the easiest thing ever. And then she just cuddles up on my pillow at night, and she gives me serotonin.
And
she's
so, like,
literally
if you
an
go on a
antidepressant.
trip, like, does anybody need to watch your cat?
100%. I will not leave her alone for even 8 hours.
Who's watching her right now?
Well, I'm not gone for 8 hours.
Oh, right. Okay. I mean, I don't know how long I'll keep you here. Are you ready for another Dear Toaster submission?
Yes.
Long-time listener, love you both so much. So I have a situation coming up, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on how you'd approach it. My husband and I have been together for 7 years, and we'll be going to a wedding in a few weeks. We will be seeing a girl that he admitted to cheating on me with. This happened 4 years ago, and immediately after it happened, my husband remorsefully admitted to blackout drunkenly making out with his high school friend. We've moved on from it since. However, how would you approach interacting with the girl your husband made out with? The thought of seeing her makes me want to throw up. Please share any advice for interacting with her, since I know I'll have to say hi to her. Would you just try to look your best, not acknowledge her, love you, and will confidently take your advice? That's really hard.
Really hard, because in my head I want to be like, throw a drink on her.
Of course.
But your husband was the problem in that particular scenario. So if you can go hand in hand with your husband to the wedding, you can probably give her a little head nod.
Yeah, I also feel like if you were looking for a reason to not go to this wedding, now you have one. I'm always looking for a reason to like get out of stuff.
What are you going to do? Send your husband to the wedding alone?
Oh no, we're both not going.
Oh, good.
If I'm not
it depends on whose wedding is it.
I'm not sending you to a wedding with your girlfriend. Like, no.
Yeah, like, do you have to go to, like, is it,
Right.
How close are you guys?
Right. And sometimes like I really don't want to go to something, and I'll like really search for a reason, and this like it's kind of right in front of you. So if you didn't want to go, like you don't have a dress already and you're just kind of dreading it, I feel like you don't have to go.
Well, it sounds like it's his wedding too, because it's like his high school friend, so it's like must be someone related to him.
Yeah, and I feel like you guys shouldn't go. Like, and that's your husband's punishment, seriously, for cheating on you.
Weddings are so fun, and sometimes like, well, it depends. Like, can you look really good and the girl like hates you?
I know, but it's like still just like so. It's you know what it is. It's just fucking unfortunate. And if you, I imagine you will go, and I would just be like quiet and nice. It's always best to kill him with kindness.
Yeah,
and
I just watched Me Before You, and they did that. He like showed up to the wedding.
Correct.
Just
I
to
love
be
a movie
like
reference.
respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's fine. It's not like the biggest deal. Also, when you said your husband cheated on her, obviously I thought that they fucked. Yeah. But and obviously making out is wrong, but it's a different level of cheating than like sleeping with someone. Agree. So I think you're going to be okay. Just look really pretty and be really nice. You never regret being nice. That's the thing.
And keep your eye on him, seriously.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And like it's nice that like you gave him grace. You're a stronger woman than I am. But you know what they say. Once a cheater, always a cheater. So just keep that in mind.
They do say that.
Just keep it in mind. I'm sure he's amazing. We love him, but just keep that in mind. Always keep it in the back of your head. Our third and final one. I need your guys' advice because I can't tell anyone. I know they will judge me. I went snooping in my boyfriend's closet and I found an engagement ring, and I just feel like it's way too small. I know I can hear how bratty I sound, but I really want something bigger, and I absolutely know that we can afford something bigger. It also does not fit me. Like, it doesn't even go over my knuckle. So how do I subtly tell him my ring size so he knows to get it resized before proposing? And how do I make it known that size does matter? That's really awkward.
Maybe it's not for you.
Oh my.
Wait, no, I don't know what I'm even talking about.
No, by the way, facts. Like, why would anyone seriously buy a ring without knowing for sure if the person's size? It's such an expensive thing.
I would also be just like kind of hurt if, yeah, exactly. If somebody didn't take into account what I wanted, like, or ask my friends or something, and none of my friends are gonna let a guy buy me a baby ring.
Ugly, yeah. And this is literally that episode of Sex and the City where Carrie finds a ring, and it's literally so fucking ugly, and she doesn't know what to do, and she talks to her friends, and Miranda was like, "Wait, you don't like it? I picked it out." And then she's like struggling, and then he proposes, and the ring is gorgeous, and it was because Samantha stepped in and was like, "Ew, get rid of that." So that's what you need. You need to send in a friend. Learn from Samantha Jones. Send in a friend.
That's a genius idea, honest to God, and have the friend be the one who is kind of a brat about it, because like, then you don't have to be ungrateful. And
this is something, like, if it's really bothering you, like, it's so expensive. Why spend so much money on something you actually hate? Like, you're actually doing him a favor.
I would be screwed. I'd be stuck with a ring on my hand that I hated.
Are you like a people pleaser in that sense?
I would never like tell somebody I didn't like a gift they gave me ever, even if it's an engagement ring. I would be like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I would wear it.
What's your dream engagement ring?
Oh, I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I don't think a lot about marriage.
I was going to ask, do you want to get married in this life?
Yes. Oh, yes.
You do?
I would love to get married.
What kind of bride do you see yourself as?
I don't know. I think it depends on who I would be marrying, because how all of my relationships have been, they're just so different based on like who it is. Like,
do you have a type?
None of them are the same.
Because I feel like a lot of your boyfriends look different. Yeah.
No.
Damn.
But
I'm so excited to see what's in store for you.
I know, me too. I'm like, Glenn Powell? No, I'm just kidding.
Perhaps Glenn Powell is... Oh, let me see if Fibula texts me back.
Oh my God, I'm going to kill myself.
No, like, for real, I feel like you and Fibs...
He knows already, though. That's the embarrassing part. Is like, he literally already knows.
She's fucking awesome. We had a blast the last time we hung out.
Stop.
I'm kind of obsessed.
Well, he knows you're with me right now, so of course he's going to be nice. And then as soon as I leave, he's going to be like, oh God, she's so annoying.
Oh, stop. He's so sweet. And I feel like actually, like,
I heard he like, doesn't date.
Okay. Well, that's helpful.
So that helped. Like, honestly,
maybe it's not a you problem.
Maybe somebody was telling it like me that for my ego
to make you feel better.
But I'm gonna like sleep on that and honestly just think like, oh, he's just not interested in dating.
But I love that you put it out there and you manifested. You never regret shooting your shot
at all.
At all.
And I love to just like say out loud who I love.
What days do you guys drop your canceled episodes? Where can people find it?
It's on YouTube and obviously all streaming platforms, but we prefer YouTube. And we drop on Fridays.
How fun. Thank you so much for doing this, for real. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Toast and Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts anywhere podcasts can be found. So at Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Find us. So totally 5-star review about beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. Hope you guys have an amazing hump day. And we'll see you tomorrow for another fabulous episode of The Toast. Love ya. Bye.